Today, I have the keys to one of our latest acquisitions for the Classic Car Club fleet. This is the 1969 Camaro Supersport. Very pretty, very blue. It's old, right? 1969, I wasn't around yet. That was the year Jimi Hendrix lit his guitar on fire at Woodstock. Apollo 11 landed on the moon. So, you know, free love, space race, and it's a pretty rockety looking thing. So definitely, I would say, a piece of Americana from that era. I really actually love 69 Camaros. I just think they look cool. This one's got some stuff in it. So a new LS3 motor produces 500 horsepower. So I'd say about 400 to the wheels. Willwood racing brakes to slow it all down. A bunch of new suspension stuff. To be honest with you, I don't really care about equipment or stats. I just really like to drive and I like to be behind the wheel. So let's give it a ride. I haven't driven it yet. And first things first, what a nice place to be. The last time I was in a car with white interior was probably 2007 BMW M6, I think. I mean, look, a highly polished wood and metal steering wheel. I got a big old Tremec 5-speed gearbox in here, the big American racing ball on it. All very cool, all very different. You know, the wood veneer is a sticker, 1969. But it looks great. I mean, the houndstooth seats, it's got a bit of presence, really, right? And there is something really nice about turning a car over with a key. So let's see, we're gonna turn the electronics on, let it prime a little bit, as you should. By the way, I know you'll be able to see these later, but we put some digital dashes in here just so all the information's in front of you and not these 1969 analog needles that go like this, so you really don't know what the temp is or how much fuel you have. It's all really clear here. Bitchin'. All right, so we're on the West Side Highway going north. Yeah, there's a lot of traffic here, and the first thing I'll say is most old muscle cars are real splashy. And by that I mean it takes a good almost quarter turn in the steering wheel for something to happen. And when you move, the weight slops all over the place. But this has that Ride-Tech suspension system in it, so it's sitting real tight. And there is no play in this steering wheel. So once we get a little straight, I'll show you here. Put a little input into it, and it instantly translates into steering. And so it doesn't have that old feel to it, even though it's certainly an old car. Also, it gives me the confidence to kind of weave in and out of traffic here on the West Side Highway, where if I was in something that wasn't so tightly put together, let's say, I might not do that. Also, it has some giddy up. And it just feels like a car with a lot of life. Over the years, I've learned you can get into an old car and it can feel great. This feels great. Or you can get into an old car and it just feels tired. I don't know if they were made on a Monday. This feels totally fine to drive. It's really nice. I actually wouldn't mind going on a longer trip with this. You know, these days, I like to drive a classic car for the sake of the drive and go somewhere nearby and have a good run in it, but I would go on a longer trip on this because, I'll tell you what, the seats are kind of comfy. It's a bit like sitting on a couch. The ride is good. It's certainly loud, but it's not droning. And then I look at my dash, oil temperature's right, fuel pressure's right, everything's working. Everything's doing it. I give the gas pedal just a little bit of pressure and man, the car wants to get up and go. And as importantly, in fact, more importantly, this brake pedal, it's moving about this much before the car comes to a stop. These Willwood brakes are really nice. And I felt like if I had to slow this down because of whatever reason, the car's gonna come to a stop. I have enough pressure in play to modulate it so everything doesn't lock up. And if I need to move the steering wheel in an evasive maneuver, it's gonna go where I pointed rather than me having to, you know, spin plates around before anything actually happens. So where's an appropriate place to take a really beautiful bright blue 1969 Camaro Supersport for a run? I always like to drive to restaurants. That's fun. I would definitely take this to Storm King, outdoor Sculpture Garden, but the road, Storm King Highway or Parkway, whatever it is, the drive there, phenomenal. Maybe by the reservoirs. Phoenicia Diner, it's got some great back roads that this would be quite good fun on. Bring it home and terrorize your neighbors. You can't see, but I'm fiddling with the AC system. Normally in any car in 1969, Camaro included, the AC system would be non-existent. Just be some hot air pouring off the motor at you, kind of breathing on you, but this has a fully modern AC system in it, and it's blowing at a crisp, probably 62 degrees right now. So my back's not sticking to the seats. I'm feeling pretty good, actually. I was just driving around my left blinker on the whole time. You know, you're used to it resetting after 3 clicks. I'm that guy, driving around, blink, blink, blink. Little things you have to remember when you're driving an old car. But what I will say is that current day, everybody seems to be really interested in modern cars, and that makes sense. It's all about GT3s and M4s and e-trons and all the digital things you're driving, and those cars are great. High performance machines. It's cliche to say that you're just a passenger, you can't feel the connectivity of the road, but cliches exist for a reason. There's some reality to them. And I think if you like driving those things, you should definitely take this out for a weekend. Other side of the spectrum, right? So, I mean, this is just a different experience overall. Still real fast, still high performance, just in very different ways. And I think if you drive this for a Saturday and Sunday and then get into your GT3, M4, e-tron, whatever, you'll appreciate those in a different way, but expand your palette. Get into a 69 Camaro. I think you'd probably like it.